Hi Aquarius, my sun sign brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aquarius, this is for you. But remember, there's no astrology in these, so watch them for whichever one resonates with you the most. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week is the Lover's card. So love, relationships, partnerships and considerations around such things may come up for you this week. It's also as well, remember the Lover's card represents choice. So in all of these different areas of your life, you know, we make choices every single moment of every single day. But whenever the Lover's card shows up, it does suggest that these are choices of consequence. They're choices that really are going to make a difference in your life in some way, shape or form. All right, so for your actions and options this week, you have the Three of Swords. So for some of you, there's something or someone that you are choosing to release. Remember, your actions and options is about what you do. It's about what you initiate. And the Three of Swords is a card of removal and loss. This is you choosing to actively release or let something go. Now, it doesn't have to be that you're ending a relationship, though it could be for some of you. Another way that this might show up, there might be something that you choose from now on to omit. So maybe you say to yourself, right, you know what, I am going to quit smoking. Maybe you are saying I'm going to stop drinking, or I'm going to stop seeing that person that I know is bad for my mental health, or I'm going to stop dating that person who, you know, only ever texts me at like 10, 11 o'clock at night when, you know, on it's Friday or Saturday night or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something here that you're removing. Now, in terms of the options that are available to you with the Three of Swords, the option to remove something or someone from your life will present itself this week. And my advice would be to take it. Wow, so you've got the Seven of Swords. So now the Three of Swords makes sense, right? So this week, I'm really sorry to say, my dear Aquarians, but someone's going to lie to you this week. Either that or you discover a lie that has already taken place. And when you do, it's a deal breaker for you, right? One thing that I can tell you about, if you're a cross watcher for any Aquarius, whether it's their sun, moon or rising sign, one thing that I can tell you about Aquarian people, being one myself, we value the truth, right? I don't care how heartbreaking it is. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care how bad or embarrassed or whatever it makes me feel. Do not fucking lie to me, right? Just tell me the truth and let me deal with that. I will respect you more for it. I will care for you even more if you can come to me and say, like, even if it was something like, Raf, you know what? I don't like what you do for work, or you know what, I don't like the way you dress, or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? I don't really give a shit, to be fair, but do you see what I mean? Or it could even be like, let's say, I mean, I'm single, but let's say somebody comes to me and says, look, you know what, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're my friend, I really care about you, your partner's cheating on you, right? That's going to hurt. It's going to feel like a kick in the nuts for sure. But I would value that honesty and that truth above all else. So to see this in the communications and conversation sector, that's a fucking deal breaker, right? Straight up, I'm just going to tell you. If you are an Aquarius, you know how we do, right? Don't lie to me, because I'm telling you, the second you've lied to me is the second you've lost me. Whether that's my friendship, whether it's my respect, whether it's my love, whatever it might be. And don't get me wrong, everybody has things that they omit or whether they'll bend the truth or whatever. But I'm talking it like the Seven of Swords usually represents like a serious lie, right? This is like a serious overstep. This isn't like the equivalent of like, oh, do I look good? Yeah, you look okay. You know, like that's to not hurt somebody's feelings, to lie about the fact that you've just spent like $3,000 out of the joint account. That's a totally different thing. To lie about the fact that you've been seeing somebody else while you've been dating another person, that's a different thing. Do you see the distinction that I'm drawing here? For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, for some of you, this might be where you realize that you are maybe you, and I'm sorry to say this, but maybe you decide that you've kind of been deluding yourself about the studies that you're doing. Maybe the course doesn't work for you. Maybe the subject matter just isn't you. Maybe you're looking at everything and thinking, you know, oh well, they ungrade, you know, they graded me unfairly or whatever. And this week, maybe you come to the realization or the truth that actually, you know, there is a barrier there. Maybe your peers or your lecturers or whatever do have a problem or an issue with you. This is a chance to hash it out, and it could also be where you realize that maybe you haven't put the work in, right? And that's one thing that I love about being an Aquarius. Lots of people say like, oh, you know, you're too hard on yourself or whatever, but I don't see it that way. I see it more as being really acutely aware of what my strengths and my weaknesses are. Now, Aquarius people are very self-aware. It's both a blessing and a curse, darling. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this is going to sting because it's likely that somebody has bad-mouthed you or some work that you do, right? Now, work is personal for everybody. I don't care what you say. Lots of people will say like, oh, you know, I don't really care. It's just a job. It pays my bills. It allows me to do A, B, and C. For the most part, that's true. But Aquarius people take pride in their work, whatever that work is. And so this week, when you find out that somebody has kind of, you know, as we say here in the UK, shat on you from a great height, it's not going to feel good, all right? I'm really sorry to say that. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, again, this is potentially some kind of backstabbing, some kind of BS that you hear about, somebody, you know, lying on your name, or maybe you find out, like, let's say you've had a problem with your work or your business, or maybe even with a client, and you find out that it's because somebody else has kind of, again, tried to sully your name or your reputation. It's all right. All they're doing is giving themselves the rope. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, you may have to navigate or mediate a situation where a lie has been told. I'm really sorry to say, right? So for your love and relations, you've got the Page of Wands. So for those of you that are single and looking to mingle, look, this could be a lot of fun, but it's just that. If you've got someone in your midst at the moment giving you all the sweet nothings about all these wonderful things that you're going to be, and, you know, when I'm ready, we're definitely going to, you know, move in together and all of that. No, honey. No, baby, no. All right? What you have is fun. What you have is enjoyment. What you have is short-term pleasure. If you're looking for any more than that, I'm telling you straight up, you're not going to find it this week. I'm sorry to say. When it comes to those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, for those of you that have children, this could be a clash. You and your partner could clash over something when it comes to one of your children. So maybe you would like to do a certain thing with your kids, or you don't want them to have certain experiences or whatever, and your partner either tries to override you or goes behind your back, or vice versa. That's likely to be a bit of a deal breaker this week. The energy is just obviously very volatile for Aquarius people, so be mindful of that. Now, if you don't have children, I know a lot of you say, well, I don't have kids, Raf. What could that be for my partnership? I mean, look, the Page of Wands is actually fun. It's creative. It's energetic. It's even, in the right context with the Lovers card, it's sexual. But it could just be that. You know, so watch out for that. It's because of the Seven of Swords. The communications card it's speaking very loudly. All right, so before we get to your money and materials, your year ahead life path videos and the year ahead overview for the numerology year that is 2024 as an 8-year are up and out there on my channel. There's also a video that will show you how to calculate your life path number, another one that will show you how to calculate your personal year, and as if that wasn't enough, there are also videos that will show you what your personal year is going to be giving you more of over the course of 2024. Now, with that said, your Astro Tarot scopes are up and out there for your purchasing pleasure. You can get, they're $7.99 a piece. If you're purchasing just the one, I would say to you, make sure it's your ascendant sign. You can also get the bundle, which is $49.99. That's all 12 of them, so you can send them to family and all the rest of it. Then there's also, this year I went even further and I created the New Year, New Frequency program. It's a short, sharp, focused 3, maybe 4 day energy work based mini course. You do it at your own pace, in your own time, at home. This is about getting your energy system, your mind and your system and your energy and your soul aligned with your own missions for 2024. Everything is a frequency, and this is about tuning your frequency to the things that you really desire to have in your life for the year ahead. All right, with that said, that is £111. If I'm not mistaken, there are a few discount codes out there still. Maybe, I can't guarantee you. I think they might all be gone at this point. A lot of people, when I put them out right at the beginning, they just got snapped up. So maybe have a look around, see if there are any. But I'm really proud of it, I have to say. It's one of the best things I've ever created. So for your money and materials, you've got the 6 of Cups. So 2 6s, because the Lover's card is number 6 as well. 2 6s represents balance or irritability, and I think you know which one it's going to be. All right, now the 6 of Cups does suggest potentially a past issue or financial consideration might come up this week. For some of you, you might be divesting your financial interests from another person, from another place, or maybe from an organization. This could be where you've paid for something or where you are no longer willing to pay for something, and so you put it to rest. It is the 6 of Cups, which is a good card, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this card represents your, in terms of its astrological association, this is your gonads, it's your bits and pieces, right? Your reproductive system and all of its associations. And look, with the cards that are present, I will say this is not a week, like if you're, if you are a casual dater, let me put it that way, you may get more than you bargain for this week. So handle your business is what I'm going to say to you, right? There's nothing really scary, but that 7 of Swords, it makes me a little uneasy, if I'm completely honest with you. And then with the Knight of Wands, and that could be an STI waiting to happen. So if you are casual dating, if you've got more than one sexual partner and all of that, this week I would take extra care of yourself, all right? Don't ever put your own sexual health in somebody else's hands. Anyway, it's like life lessons 101, right? For your for your home and environment, this is actually lovely because it does suggest there's a reconnection with somebody from maybe a family member is coming to stay. Maybe you're reconnecting with somebody from your past or your childhood. It could also be that you managed to find a way past a challenge or an issue that you had with somebody that was a friend. So this could, maybe you're inviting someone over or they're inviting you over and you're looking at a way to bury the hatchet. This could go a long way to you understanding why. It does suggest, though, some of you, I think even with the explanation, I don't think it's enough. All right, interesting week this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Look after yourselves this week, my dear Aquarians. All right, take care, and I'll see you soon.